Hello. It's been a while. I have been, yeah, I can't even talk. I'm probably gonna edit that part out. Yeah. So we'll start over. Hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? I know it's been a while since I've done an actual video. I've been just going through myself, my files, my internal file cabinet. I've been going through them, updating, cleaning out. So you know what that means. It doesn't stop. Anyway, I did want to pull out of my jar because I haven't put out of my jar in a while, and I'm hoping the phone don't fall. I'm gonna use the jar to hold the phone up as soon as I pull out. Get the subject. Okay. Uh, Damn it. Okay, that's what I was trying to avoid because I didn't have a phone holder or nothing. I literally have it in the creases of a park bench. I'm at the park, um, and it was holding up, so I figured it would fall. But anyway, let's see. Wow. Fear. This is actually perfect and right on time because I've been having conversations with myself. Speaking of conversations with myself, I so Sundays I spend Sunday mornings to myself. Um, in deep discussion, meetings with management, internal management, prepare myself for the upcoming week. Discussions, digestions, cleansing, reorganizing. This is all mentally. Um, and so my security guard, Zaire, she has my location on my phone now. And so she's like, "Why are you sitting in the parking lot?" I'm just like, "Girl, come on so we can get dressed. Come on so we can go to the library, return these books, and get you some new books." Excuse me. So I said, "Well, I'll show you why I'm sitting in the parking lot since you just, keep asking," because she does. And so I she came downstairs. I was sitting in the car was still running, sitting in the car, and I'm just full blast on talking to myself. And she got her phone, and then when we park at the library, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What you mean? What I'm doing?" I was like, "You asked me what I'm doing, so that's the pecan tree, or whatever tree that is that bears nuts." So we was trying to figure out what that was. Is it the pecan tree? I ain't gonna show y'all right now, but anyway, some more some more children have showed up. Thank God. Because, like, when we pulled up, you know what? I try to mind my own business and stay in my own lane and keep my opinions and judgments really to myself. Because I'm going to stick to myself. I ain't got to form no opinion or nothing about it because I'm not going to participate in it. That's kind of how I feel. But it's this couple here. I'm talking about grown. The girl is questionable because I heard her say something about my grades posted, but them could be college grades. But the dude is checking it. So anyway, the man, now he a full grown man. I'm talking about full grown. And I know people can get hair on their face. No, this is a grown man. Full on beard, everything, full hair, blue hair, like Smurf blue hair at the top. And I guess this part had grown out around the side where he had a fade or something, I guess. But Smurf blue, shaggy hair. He, I'm and I understand your inner child. Like I'm working with all of it. This is a children's playground though. It's a good chance children are gonna come here and want to play. I'm talking about he all engulfed in the whole playground area. He's not fat, but he's big. He's a grown man, like at least 6 feet, 180, something like that. But he all trying to be all on the slides, and I want to show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. It's this not a big. This not one of these big setups. Hold on. Oh, can I turn the motherfucker around? I don't think I can turn it around. I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna turn the phone around. I can't turn it around while it's recording, but I'm gonna turn the phone around, nice and slow, so it don't just be abrupt. Okay, let y'all scan and see that. So you see them little children. You can see my big girl over there, but this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Then the girl, she, like I say, her age is questionable. She has a baby face, but that doesn't mean anything. She talking about grades, but she could be a college student. She could be a full-grown adult just with a baby face. She all on the swing talking about, I love to swing. It's one of my top 3 favorite things. She was like, oh, I love it. So he started pushing her on the swing. And she's like, oh, I love to swing. I love to swing. And she says, one of my favorite things. He said, well, what's your other favorite thing? She was like, you. He said, well, what's your second favorite thing? She was like, well, that's flexible. Anything I want it to be. So I said, okay. I'm going to not dig too far off in it. But now, once again, y'all are having this conversation in front of a child. Mind you, my child is the only one there at that point. These other children hadn't shown up yet. So now then they start displaying what they call it when you have public affection in public, which once again, y'all ain't out here just butt ass naked, whatever. But then she get to rubbing all on him. He get to rubbing all on her. And I'm just like, at what point should I say something or should I just not say something? I'm tinkering back and forth. So Zaire, she want to swing. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to swing too. Make them feel uncomfortable. Make them know that what they're doing is uncomfortable. The conversation is inappropriate. Everything y'all doing right now is inappropriate. Maybe you'll just get it telepathically. So we come over there. I'm talking to Zaire. I'm swinging. She's swinging. We laughing and all that. And so they get uncomfortable like they should. And he's like, well, yeah, let's I think it's time for us to get out of here. And I'm like, yeah, sure the fuck it's been time. You should have never came here. All the places in the world that full-grown adults can go to and be adults, y'all pick apart a little park at that. That's like this little size, so little children. Even Zaire damn near too big for it, but she pretty much be in the swings, and she, be, to herself. She's not like aggressively taking over or nothing. So all the other little children kind of doing their own thing. You hear the one hollering in the back. It's always one hollering. God damn. Little boy too. Little weak ass, punk ass little boy crying about some shit. The girls be fine. No offense to anybody with sons, I'm just saying. But he throwing a full blown. I mean, he took his shoe off. He throwing his shoe, just throwing it. The little girl, his sister, she playing with her ball just fine. The other little girl swinging, she just fine. The little boy just, y'all hear him? I can't make it up. He's talking back, all kind of shit. He's out here looking like. Anyway, that's just us getting to the part. And I just thought, like, I was about to say something, but I didn't know what to say, and then I didn't want to cause no problems, and I didn't want to be confrontational in front of my baby, nothing like that. So I'm glad they took their motherfucking ass on when they did. But up until that point, it was just very uncomfortable, and I felt inappropriate. Y'all can express yourselves in the comments. But anyway, fear. Let's get into fear real quick. I'm talking about fear been like, for a long time, fear was damn near like a sibling of mine. Like my what they call them when you like a Siamese twin. I'm talking about every move I used to make, everything I did, a lot of my life, all like a lot of decisions were out of just pure fear. And at the time when I was doing it, you feel fear, like your body reacts to being fear, but then you also get to a point where you just it's you that's if that's solely how you operate, then fear becomes just second nature. It no longer feels uncomfortable in a sense to where it's like, well, if this the only fear or the only emotion that I know, then it must be meant for me to carry throughout my whole entire life. And that was a programming, because I just remember, growing up having these really big ideas and really big dreams, big thinker, big dreamer, and them being trampled on or made to feel very small, because it was like made me feel like it was impossible for me to do it. When in reality, no, it wasn't. It just would take discipline and planning and support. But those were not the things that were given. What was given was, oh, you can't do that, or oh, you have to do this, or oh, that's impossible, or oh, why would you want to do that, or oh, what you trying to do now, and he ha ha, and mockery of some of the ideas and um hobbies or ventures or curiosities that I just had. And this is from my family, my parents specifically, starting with them, because I also had to realize that they're the ones who set the tone. Like, my mother's the ringleader, so she set the tone for how other family members, treated me. So one big story of fear I would this sticks with me, and this came up even earlier today because I was watching a short from Andre 3000, and he was talking about how he doesn't rap anymore, because he doesn't have anything to rap about. And I was like, that's interesting. But when he rapped, like, of course we all remember Outkast. I mean, shit, that was the shit. He was different, his wordplay, how he played off the beat, how he rhymed, everything. I don't know the technical terminology for it, but I just know that, he was one of a kind to me, in my mind, my opinion. But I say all that to say, I wrote my first book. It's about 25 years ago now. I published it, everything, copywritten, everything. It was a book of poems that I wrote just during that time. I believe I was channeling. I was motivated by different artists during my time, during that genre. So we'll say, like, between 1995 and 2010. Those were the artists at that time, hip hop artists at that time, that I was really into hip hop back then. I collected the Double XL magazines. I collected the Vibe magazines. I'm talking about, I used to have a collection with all the artists on them, and like, that was like a big thing for me. Not that I wanted to be a rapper, but I just liked expressing myself through words and through poetry. But I had wrote a book, my first poem book, and it became like my first collection. The comparison to Andre 3000 is, that has never happened again. I have never been able to. The words still flow through me, and I can freestyle, a little bit still. But when that happens, it's generally a channeling. It's generally an energy coming through me that is allowing me to play with those words like that. I'm not saying it's not me. I'm just saying I notice that when it happens, it's an energy, very specific energy flowing. I don't know if it's ancestral. I'm not sure, but it's flowing through me at that moment, and I just play with words, and it goes away. So that book has about 30 poems in it, and I literally sat and wrote that book in like a week. And I said I was gonna start reading it to y'all, but see, that's where fear comes in, because I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I would be made fun of. I'll be afraid that I won't be supported. I'm afraid that I will be teased. I'm afraid that my words are not good enough. This is just me talking it and being real. Fear has been like a huge programming that I have had to, and I'm still dealing with it to this day. Um, I've minimalized it a whole lot to where if I felt like it was, this big in my life, just, let's just say this is my life. The fear probably had this much space in my life. Now I've probably brought it down to like this. So I've minimalized it. I've decreased it, and it no longer carries the weight that it used to, but it's not fully eliminated. Um, because I'm saying like it's a program. It's like wired in me. And as I learn more about like the nervous system and just my neurological makeup altogether, I understand like by me being like hypersensitive um to even outside energy, I'm even having to feel that fear, and it's not even although always necessarily just my fear. It's like collective fear. Like when you're sitting in a room of people, you can feel different things, and fear be the biggest one. I'm talking about like people. I can see it now. Like I can see people's things now, and it'd be like fear be that big one. Like just sitting there afraid, scared, and I've gotten to the point where I have overcome fear in such a way where I'm like, hee hee ha ha, I laugh at fear, even though it's still there, like teasing me and taunting me a little bit, like, well, what if this or what if that? But it's like now I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what if. Shit, I didn't crawl myself out, man. I didn't dug holes for myself. I didn't let people dig holes for myself. I'm all about accountability and responsibility. So I didn't fell deep down in some motherfucking holes in the deep pits of hell and came up out them motherfuckers. What if? What if what? What if what? What? I've already been to the motherfucking bottom. I've already lost it all. I already don't have support. I don't have a village. I already have been in worst case scenario. So what? What if what? How much worse can it get? I've already had had to detach from the loss of a child that is alive and well that I cannot have any communication with. What? What? You gonna take the rest of them away from me? Well, I mean I wouldn't say that's what I'm saying, but I'm saying like shit. If you didn't been through some shit and you didn't been drugged through the motherfucking mud and walked on hot coals and you didn't came out on the other side of that shit, man, fear is just another fucking bitch. Fuck you. But it's such a powerful energy that flows through people just in general that it's disgusting because why would we want to be in the system or why would there be a system created to have people live in fear just for the sake of control? Y'all y'all are that hungry for control? All I would say is with fear, excuse me. That was a big bird. Is that I feel like it is a natural thing to have because it also does help us make like some good decisions. Shit, I'm afraid of this shit. I ain't doing this shit. Like it's healthy to have a certain amount of fear wired in you because it helps you make decisions that may possibly keep you alive or even keep you, out of trouble. But for it to dictate your entire existence, stop it. Stop it. Don't do it. Do what you have to do to overcome that shit. I'm talking about look it in the fucking mirror. Journal, write down, dig, sit, reflect. What the fuck exactly are you afraid of? And if you have not really ever been through anything and you are afraid of going through things, it's okay to go. We are here. There's no race. There's no competition. We are here to learn about self. We are here to learn how to ascend, and there's different vocabulary and languages for that. I try to just stick with the most basic because I'm not religious at all. Um, so I just want to talk to everybody without putting too many labels. But we are here to experience a the creator source that lives within us in the physical flesh to develop and grow and to learn. It does not look one way. It obviously, because if that's the case, we'd all look alike. We don't. We'd all think alike. We don't. We'd all do everything the same. Like I don't. That's what the programming tries to do. The programming tries to uniform us to where we're all doing the same thing every day, in and out. No, no, no self thinking. So a lot of that comes from people are afraid to think for themselves. So the program is comfortable. For me, it's not. It never has been. Um, and I cannot even go back to pretending how I used to pretend because that shit eat me up alive, literally. If one thing I'm afraid of having to go back and pretend because I know I can't do it. Like I see it, I feel it, I hear it. It's everywhere now, and I try to just stay in my lane, stay in my solitude, stay in my own world for my safety and security, and not pour out nothing on nobody because they not ready for it. Yeah, I can be personal, but just limiting who I really am to people who I know just they're still well within the program, and allowing them to feel that way and not try to not convert but pull them out. Not That's not where I'm at right now. I'm pulling myself out. God damn it. But I just want to wrap this thing on up and say, fear is like it is a huge presence, especially like I feel like because I've been out of the country and I've lived other places abroad, especially in the United States. Fear is like there is the biggest uh control mechanism. Keep the people afraid. I don't agree with it. It's disgusting to me. Um, and all I can say is if as you as an individual, if there's anything that you are fearing, it is normal and natural to have a certain element of fear. However, do not let it dictate your entire existence. Do not be afraid to walk in your authentic truth. And if that means fucking starting over in your 40s or wherever you at, that's just what it means. It's okay. I've started over so many times. And with each time, I keep learning something new about myself. And I'm like, damn. And sometimes I get frustrated with myself because I'm like, damn, why I didn't know that? Well, I knew it, but I couldn't understand it until I actually experienced it. And fear keeps us from experience. So I say all that to say is allow yourself to have experiences within a moral compass, within a safe compass. I'm not saying go climb a motherfucking mountain with no equipment and shit and then you fall off that bitch. Like, yeah, I'm scared to even think about that. Or don't fucking be somewhere where you know is known to be robberies or crimes or violence. Don't go fucking walk them places thinking, oh, I'm gonna overcome my fear. No, be smart about it. I'm saying personal, individual fears that keep you from experiencing your life and your truth. Sit with it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do more videos. I don't know if I had mentioned it, but my laptop, I still don't have a new laptop. But I'm working on it. I should have one next month. So there's no excuse, but I am a single mom. And it be a lot going on. Y'all know it be a lot going on. I be trying to, protect my mind, protect their minds. I have my Tay is 18 now. Speaking of Tay, if you've made it this far, you have earned the Tay update. So trying to keep this at 30 minutes. So I'm taking her to work the other day, and she been rat racing to be grown, doing all kind of shit. Y'all know, and look at the video. So I asked her, what her plan was, because I told her my plans, and I just said, "Are you afraid to start your adult journey?" She just said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, it's nothing wrong with that. That's natural. That's a natural fear to go out there on your own and not having mama or the things you thought was terrible, and all of a sudden you miss. Like that's a natural fear to have. And I would not put you out in a way um if you're not ready for that. Like she wanted to go to college, she tinkering back and forth with that. I said, if you want to take some time off, you're still young. There's no rush here. There's no dictatorship here. Take the time you need to figure out exactly what it is you want to do, where you want to do it. You got a passport, and what life looks like for you as a functioning, independent adult. So you don't have to be afraid. You could start this thing off in a balanced way. No, I don't have a lot of money, but I can support you the best way I can. And I can offer you a safe space for as long as you need. Just be respectful. That's all that I ask. And save your money, you know, and actually just sit still and be quiet sometime and think about, what it is you see for yourself in your future. Let's first do a year from now, then do 5 years from now, then do 10 years from now. And I said, even 10 years from now, you're still young.